Alright, gamers, welcome yet again to yet another Candy Egg stream, or whatever the thing that I say is. I finally have free time, so we are going to be working on the thing. The thing is going to be great. It is going to be grand. Okay. Um, so I think what the plan is I'm gonna wait a little bit, chat it up, whatever. Then we're gonna watch the introduction to the video, and then I'm going to be editing at least one of the segments. Hopefully that is a fantastic plan. Y'all are witness to my terrible messy room that I haven't cleaned in too long, so we're all just gonna have a great time. Oh my goodness, there are people already. Let me access my chat. That's not what I wanted. Hold up. Hold the phone. Where did it go? There it is. Alright. Firezino, hello. Lux, hello, my stinky Moira. You are stinky. Volcarius here immediately. Hello. Hello, my darling cherub entities. We are going to be having a great time today. In fact, hold on. Scooch. Oh no, don't look at the background. Now, we have two little guys with us. Two, in fact, two little fucking guys. Fulcarius, it might very well be your first time being this early. It is exciting. We are gonna have a fantastic time. Stinky Moira realizes they are stinky. Look at this. This is like one of my favorite possessions. Burn me. Burn me. Burn me. You know, my favorite Pokemon is Orbeetle. Although, like, technically it's Dottler. But I feel like Burmy specifically might be like my actual true favorite Pokemon. It's just so fucking funny to me, and I love it so much. Slowpoke is so cute. I just started a playthrough of Pokemon Black and White 2, which I'm going to be putting off this weekend because I have work to be doing, and one of the Pokemon I made sure to have was this Slowpoke named Pillow. So it's this Slowpoke right here, and that is very special. Are we ready to see the video? Are we ready to see the video? Can I put Burmy up on here and will it stay? No, the answer is no. Fuck. Burmy is almost visible right there. That would be very iconic. You know what? I'm just gonna put Burmy back, but we can imagine Burmy. Okay. We're going to imagine the Burmy. That's right. I don't have a blowhigh. I don't have a blowhage, but I have a Slowpoke. Pisca, is that an ant house? I hope that's how it's called in the background. I do not have a Formicarium. There are beetles in there though. There's beetles. And then this one back here is my snake. He pooped on his rocks. He just got rocks. He loves his rocks, but he keeps pooping on the rocks. It is very unfortunate, and I need to clean it. But that's basically this giant, massive clutter of terrible and evil things is what we got going on. Put Burmy in a cup so it's upright. No! I cannot cup Burmy, because the one that's in the cup right now is this wee. Which one is this? This one is Scream. They have names. This one is Scream. My friend gave me this. We had like a dumb little Halloween party a couple years ago, and it was great. Anyways. I should be wearing my glasses. Jericho. That's what I'm going with. I apologize. Then make that Slowpoke the region's champion. Darn right, it is going to become the region champion. I'm a loser and I have multiple DSs and multiple copies of like the same games, so I will evolve it into Slowking. Yes. Okay. Are we ready, friends? Are we ready to begin? This is my cursor right here. Are we ready to begin the video? Because I have like the first 5 minutes or so finished, and then I have this big giant block, which is just the audio, and that's what we are going to be working on today. So let me go back here. I might be stopping and editing things because there's some like little credits and such, which I don't have finished, I don't think. But I have the pleasure of asking into the void for people who would be willing to make me musics for money. We have one darling friend who made a little theme song and insisted that it be free. So we have a cute little theme song, and I am also commissioning someone else to make the background music. As for those who may or may not be aware, the most recent exobiology video, it is not monetized. Which sucks because it took me like 10 million hours to work on, because the music, which is copyright free. I just realized my closet is open. I should probably close that. You know what? It fits. It fits. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The most recent episode 3 of the Exobiology Project does not give me anything because the music is copyright stricken despite it being Creative Commons media. So that's fun, but the point being, no music that isn't specifically made for this project anymore. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna read through these comments, and then we're gonna watch the thing. We're gonna watch the thing. Oh my gosh, Falcarius, it does squeak indeed. All of the item label things squeak. Let me grab this one. Is a pink pea. It also has one in its head. They're great. These are the greatest things in the entire world. In fact, we're gonna take a real quick intermission out to show my brief obsession. My brief obsession with these fucking things. Spent way too much money on these, but I don't need any more because the collection is good enough. Like, look what happens. See this? See this? Look at the underside. Dick balls. It's dick balls on the underside. And what happens when you grab the dick balls? Oh, this one's stuck. Oh no. It's so fucking funny. They take turns in this one is naked, right? I forget what this one's name is. I think it's Cakes. But oh, it's Baby Cakes probably. But they take turns. This one sounds adorable. They take turns in the pouch. Also, there's this, which I have yet to put on anything. This adorable patch my friend Ginar gave to me. Yeah. During a very rough time in my life, these stupid things enthralled me. They are beautiful. Anyways, that's enough of a stupid distraction. Go back in your prison. Okay, now I have to read again. Quick. We're all gonna accept this is a thing. I need to be wearing my glasses, but I refuse to. Approving slowpoke noises. Wonderful. Get in there. Get in the closet. I refuse to get in the closet. No. No more. Closet is lame. They do enthrall me, but I don't, like, emotionally rely on possessing them anymore, which is fantastic. Andrew says, what's up besides the ceiling? I say that constantly. If anyone ever asks me what's up, I have to say the ceiling. It's like a reflex, and I think it's really funny. It probably isn't as funny as I think it is, but it's funny. Oh my goodness. Lux, you are the number one spot always and forever. Specifically the song from the post credit scene of Napoleon Dynamite. Never gonna stop loving you, always and forever. Deep cut reference, deep cut reference. What? Oh, live ADHD moments. Um, who's to say? Who's to say? I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay. Okay. So I have the desktop audio on. We should be able to hear it. I'm gonna press play. We are going to witness it without me stopping. And then I'm probably going to edit the credit for the music because I got the person made a website for me to link to. So I need to add that. Let's go. The song. In the previous episode, we discussed the destructive ramifications of organisms capable of disturbing microbial mats and the resulting ecological turnover favoring the lanolomorph xanthophiles as primary producers. Today, we'll explore the evolutionary arms race brought about by the emergence of vision in the Zephyr and Ivory oasis we call Lapis. Somewhere in the endless night between here and forever, a golden torch among uncountable torches spotlights a haloed blue world and its unheeded pitch lackey. Inert matter is animate here, with emergent complexity entirely unique in both time and space. It is the only wellspring of life for distances so ludicrously great that the only way to sensibly measure them is with the thousands of years it would take for light to phase between them. There is a beautiful stillness to planets when observed from the guise of mortals. Time moves these monolithic expanses so slowly that they appear eternal, unchanging, unwilling to yield to any force other than the turning of their own cogs. With our omnipotent view, we can swiftly demonstrate that this is not the case. In the 4 billion years since Lapis and its iron moon have snared one another, their long duel for dominance has finally acknowledged a winner. Lapis, to little surprise, has come out on top. While its year has been compressed to about 350 days, each day has been stretched from 52 to nearly 55 hours. Overall, it has remained remarkably consistent during this celestial tug-of-war. It is still geologically and magnetically active, albeit less so than it was in its youth, and it still sports less than 1 degree of axial tilt. The iron moon, however, has been entirely domesticated. Its exotic retrograde rotation has been eroded into a tidal lock. One face will forever lock eyes with its captor, while the other must eternally glore into the lonely abyss. Its eccentric orbit has been loosened from a blazing 52-hour year to a roughly 1,000-hour year. A month on Lapis is approximately 19 days, with roughly 18 months in a year. This drastically slowed orbit has also resulted in the Iron Moon distancing itself quite significantly from Lapis. It has fallen into a harshly elliptical, off-center, eccentric orbit. Ironically, the Lapis system is now more stable than it has ever been. These changes have subtly taken place over the last 4 billion years, giving life on Lapis ample time to adapt. Because the iron moon's surface is so dark, its waxing and waning crescents, even when closest to Lapis, go unnoticed in the still, inky night. Rather, it is the alternating strength of the tides which commands the segmentation of time. Lapis's tides were once ludicrously variable, but their weakening has allowed life to begin colonizing the now shrunken intertidal zone. Like its moon, Lapis too has an eccentric orbit. It has remained steadily on course since capturing its once equal neighbor, though. While lacking seasonality as we think of it, the slight warming and cooling of its seas as it eases closer and further away from its star is as noticeable to life on Lapis as is the difference between summer and winter on Earth. Lapis life is finely tuned to feel the whispering oscillations of temperature and of tide. Their world, unlike ours, is mild and forgiving. Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien world's pallid. Yeah. And that's all we got so far, gamers. How are we feeling about that? Let me get the stinky little chat back up, and in fact, I'm gonna move OBS over so that I can see and not have to click off of it repeatedly. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Live streaming, yeah, probably. Oh my goodness. The music, I made the music in the very beginning, which is the same track as the one that played in the background in the space part, but with filters on it. The little theme song was made by our little friend who I must check before I forget that I update the credit. This da 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 da. Oh goodness. Thought it was gonna crash on me. We're fine. I think the computer is chugging, but we're gonna make it through this. Yes, bryozoan. Bryozoans are kind of scary, but this is a nice bryozoan. You said in many posts in the community tab that this episode was and still is massive. And thus a massive amount of work. It is indeed. We are like 5 minutes into a video that, according to my calculations, will be 2 hours long. If not 2.5 hours long. I'm thinking more 2 hours though, because I speak pretty fast through most of this. I speak faster than in the other episodes. The year duration, is it in Lapis's days? It is. I'm not too interested in like mathematics, right? But basically long. How far are you to finish by percentage? Well, I'm finished with virtually everything other than some like scope creep animation. So I just need to edit it. Editing takes a really long time, which we are about to see why when I edit this next section. Oh my goodness, thank you, Stinky Smallfin, saying good job. Falcaria said claps. I thought those were lemons. But you know what? Close enough. Pisca says that was so fracking cool. Thank you. You're so fracking cool. Yes, they're polite, Bryozoan. Let me make sure. Let me open up my shit. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna make it so we can't see anything. Because I don't want to accidentally show my other email. Move to this side. What is this? This is not the thing I want. Let me... This one is not my email. Gonna smallify that. Gonna move this one. This thing you don't need to see either. Yeah. Okay. We can see again. We can see again now. I am currently finding it. There's my things. Go back. Where is Bryozoan? Oh wait, their username is not Bryozoan on email, which is part of the reason y'all aren't allowed to see it. I'm gonna find it real quick. It's taking me a little bit longer than I intended for it to, but we're still gonna find it, and it's gonna be no issue whatsoever. Cargo. Yeah, I did it right. I did it right. Okay. Everything is perfectly fine. Perfectly. Shoot, grab, reframe, grab. These are important things to say. Okay. Are we ready to start learning and stuff? I need to open up the script on my thing. Everybody look at my script. Script. Oh shit, it just took everything away from my screen. Come back. Come back. Okay. I don't know what I did there, but that was something, honestly. So we have our script, and I need to make it fill this area so that I can edit. Also, I'm just gonna watch this like one little part again. We're just gonna no more audio. I like this part, how it fades through all the little animated backgrounds. I think that's very fun.
As primary producers. Today,
and then we also have the new... It turned my desktop audio back on. We have the new shit. Skip. So here we are. Let me look at my script again. Welcome home. And this is the quick 2 little paragraph thing. Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien world's pallid skies and deep into its teal waters. So, we need to get some shit out. Project shoutouts. This is part of this segment. And I want to... I want to be sure to include that. I need to gather some more images as well, because there's some people who did not provide an image, and I simply asked, can I use something from your project? And they said yes. CM Kosaman. We love Kosaman. I need other shit. Look at my terrible organization. Oh shit, there's stuff for the next episode. Look at this stuff for the next episode. Whoa, it's so detailed information for the next episode. Yeah. That's for episode 5. Pigeon age. And then I need miscellaneous. And I need composite images. Composites. Terezi jump scare. Very real. Very real. Oh, thank you very much, Stinky Smollethan Lux. It is just, we had like an email conversation that was like 1,000,000 lines long, so I was struggling to find the actual link that they had sent. Deneth is here, who if I remember correctly, might be pronounced Denith. Now I don't remember. Greetings and salutations, Kandy-sama. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. I hope you are doing fantastic. We are getting some stuff done as we speak. So this is one of the images that I wanted to use for this scene, because this is the pale skies or pallid skies is what I said, and teal waters. So we need to grab this image, scooch away, scooch, get smaller. I don't have enough space on the screen. You grab you. Okay, we're getting this. I am so unproductive. There we go. We have an image. Now I'm gonna go read. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape. Okay. Clear citrus-shaped gel-type things. That one I kind of wanted to make a thing of. Glittering Eden. Oh, yes. Now I remember what was going on in this part. I wanted to have the animations from the previous episodes be in this one. So we're going to go... Go over. No! My shit disappeared again. Why does he keep doing that? That's really obnoxious. There. All my shit's back. Where was the thing I was just holding, though? There. So I need the worm age, and then I need the animations, which are somewhere. Where did I put them? Done? No, it's in animations, you dumb bitch. Oh god, an alarm. Oh, sweet chicas. I don't have to go to work today. Don't make me. Don't make me do it. Oh, there's more comments. Okay, you know what? I'm caving. I can't see. I can't read things. We're gonna be a nerd now. If I may give you one piece of advice, try to do future episodes in smaller, more manageable chunks so you don't accidentally burn out. I will not burn out on this project because it consumes my brain. It's more so just like, I just really want it to be this one huge thing so that it can be like, okay, I finally finished this one huge part. And then as soon as that gets finished, I want to immediately start working on the next one. Because if I do it in too small of iterations, then it feels like I never want to actually finish it. That doesn't make very much sense, but that's how my brain works. Valkyria's just saw an orthocarid type thing. As my eyebrows going woo. Denith is a new one. Fuck. Denith, I presume. Oh my god. Won't let me do the accent mark. Oh, on the keyboard. Could you show us the new Exo4M design? You showed it in a community post, but it wasn't that great. That is an excellent request. Oh, fuck. Don't look at this. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. It's in the fucking... Okay, now we're just going to look at both of the things. Here's the true color version. Okay, the true color version of the giant Exo4M. The Exo4Ms are single-celled organisms, which I have talked about a lot before. I go into greater depth in this episode than I ever have before, and I regret not talking about them, because real quick, now we're on a quick little tangent. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to the part of the video that has this fucking file that I don't know what is named. There are Exo4Ms in here. These two long things are Exo4Ms. This spiral one is an Exo4M. I did not explain that in the first video, but that is what these two things are. Like let's watch them like wiggle around and
Episode,
shit.
we discuss
Yeah.
the destructive ramifications of organisms capable.
So those were exoforms, and in the same vein, this is an exoforum, but because they have existed for so long in this planet and it took so long for multicellular life to emerge, these things sort of were the life on Lapis, and some of them get really big. They have calcium shells, and they're kind of like muscle cells or um amoeba things. They have a bunch of nuclei, and it allows them to like move sort of like animals. It's just like their actual bodies are very frail, so if you like took your finger and went blah, 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 they die. But like this one is like the largest of the exoforums at the time of this episode, and it is like this big, like this tall, and it's a single cell. And stuff like this is what the planktonic ecosystems of Lapis are made of. There aren't any fish that are part of the plankton. There aren't any larvae of anything that are part of the plankton. It is shit like this. And then here's the color edited version, I guess. I imagine it being white, but then I made this one, and then I sort of edited these two images together to exaggerate the lighting, because I'm not very good at doing the lighting in Blender. Let me not knock down the giant bag of chicken feed that I feed my bugs sometimes. These are part composite images. Oh, damn it. Where's the drawing? Okay, we're gonna real quick find it. We're gonna find this now, because I need to show everyone. Fan submissions. Is it in diagrams? No, it's not in. Wait. Shield zipper, I know. Product shoutouts, Planet Lapis, fan submissions, Pishin Age. Let's just. Okay, we're all just gonna. Actually, I can do this. Creatures. There, I'm opening it on this side. There. This is what it looks like. It has the little tentacle things that stick out of it, and they grab smaller exoforms. What's this in the background, you may ask? That's a secret for later. There's another one over there. But this is the exoforum. This is what it looks like. This is the huge giant tangent. Nerd mode activated. Yes. Ben, hello, Ben. Welcome to the shitpost. Biblaridian himself admitted that those multi-hour-long videos were accidental on his part, and he almost burned out even multiple times during the making of the last few episodes. That is unfortunate. But, speaking of Biblaridian, guess who said I can put one of his things, I presume him, I'm pretty sure, things in my video. Yeah. Biblaridian said I could, so now I'm going to. On that note, we should look at the fan submissions that I have on my computer. Moni Claire. Moni? I'm gonna go with one of those. Hold on, Kandy. Can't wait for the next episode. Good night from Estonia. That's interesting. Good night, my darling cherub. Sweet of dreams. Andrew, are the exoforums photosynthetic? Some of them are. They're the thing that I say is just that they have existed for like 400 bajillion years or whatever. They are like the most ancient creatures that exist on Lapis. They are just so diverse that you can't even try to categorize them, is sort of what I've catch-alled with them. So it's just kind of like anything that has like a shell type thing and like little tentacly bits. That's an exoforum. And I'm sure that there are like a bajillion of them that have exoalgae in them, like the purple ones and the yellow ones and whatever. Yeah. I'm probably gonna just like draw them occasionally. Like every episode I'm gonna challenge myself to like create a couple more just to like demonstrate the diversity. I think that could be cool. Um. Oh my goodness, Moni doesn't want to spoil herself. Okay, if you insist. God, I look like a monster when I turn my head that far. um, Exoforums are cool. Love the design. Thank you. They're basically just actual forums. Like actual forums just kind of look like this. They're really cool. But yeah, I edited the light colored one and the dark colored one together to get this to look brighter, and that's fun. Funny fish science, yes, Juicy Jumbo. Yes, my darling. The exoforums have triggered your autism. Good, Stinky. You should draw some for me. um, Gergo, happy polypodian and anthostoma noises. Yes, I haven't decided which creature to include in my video, but I'm tempted to do the bug thing with the big claws from like the second episode or something. It's just my favorite. The fucking anthostome with the big meaty claws for a mouth. I like that one. I'll probably do something more advanced just to like represent the project better, but you know. Actually, Stinky Small, you look like a stink. That is my Moirel, everyone. That is my Moirel. Okay. We have my eyes itching. Hold on. Let me bring my script back. And we will actually work. Perhaps this is like not efficient to work on it like this. I do need to work on this, and I will probably lock in afterward. But we'll see. I need to add in like my ocean noises and shit. Just layer in the noises. The picture is not quite the right size. This is a picture that I took. I slightly edited it. It's in Florida, in Fort de Soto. A lot of these pictures I took in Florida, in Fort de Soto, when I went there that one time. Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien worlds. I didn't drink enough water when I started doing the recording, and a lot of it is really annoying, but I refuse to re-edit, to do it again, because it took me like 9 fucking hours to record all the audio, so I'm just leaving it. Pallid skies and deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun. Alright, so we're gonna make it like this long, right? And what we're gonna do is we are going to make it fade in and fade out. So we're gonna go like right there. That's when we're gonna start our fade. There are probably way more efficient ways to go about this, but we are not going to be efficient with it. This is just the way that we are going to be doing this. So we have the fade in and the fade out. And also, I need to delete the text eventually. But we have that. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I want to edit the color a little bit to make it look more prettier. Because I use Krita, and Krita is not an image editing thing. Oh god, which one do I want to use? Color wheels, color match, RGB mixer. No, that won't look very good. Curves. What if I give some more green in this? That's too much green. Fuck. What do I get some more blue? There's too much blue. Actually, if I do it down here, that's pretty. So what if I take the green and I do that as well? Yeah, I see it. I see it. And what if we grab the red and remove it from the highlights, perhaps? Actually, let's add. That's pretty. I like that. That's nice. So, another thing we can do is sort of, give us a corrector on that. Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll sort of, oops, let me not do that? Oh, it doesn't let me remove them, so I'm just gonna scoop, scoop, scoop. And now, if I remember how to use this correctly, it should gently change those colors.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien worlds, pallid skies.
I can't tell if
and
it's
deep
doing that or not,
into
but
its
it's, you
teal.
know what, we're gonna pretend that that worked. And now we're going to edit the position. So, do we want to zoom in? Yes, we want to zoom in as it comes in. So we're going to make it like that size. And then we're going to start in the sky. Yeah. We're going to start in the sky, and then we're going to be drawn down into the water for this next bit. Zoom a good bit. You know what? Let's fucking zoom some more. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to create new keyframes, then delete those keyframes so that it's at the very end of the segment.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien worlds, pallid skies, and deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the
That's beautiful. Now, I also want this to be white in the beginning. So, I want a curves. Is there like a shadows curves? Fuck, I don't know how to use the color editor. I am trained on Adobe. You know what? You know what? This feels right. This feels right. So let's go gamma. Wait, undo that. How the fuck do I tell? Does gamma make it brighter? No, that colors the gamma. Gain? No. A lift. No, these just like edit the color and temperature and stuff. Where's like exposure? Here it is, I think. Oh, it's right here. Grab it. Grab it. That doesn't do very much though. What if, you know, what if I just grab this, put the light all the way up, and then find another thing. Tint, no. Why is this hard? I am so bad at using this. Color warper, qualifier, window tracker, blur, key, sizing. This thing is so hard to use. Wait. Highlight. Let me see if this actually is the... Yes, that is what I wanted. Okay, fuck. Let's boost this shit a lot. Okay, now let's see what it looks like.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien.
That looked weird in the beginning.
Sunrise bleeds.
Okay, wait. Let me zoom. Zoom.
Sunrise bleeds.
Why is it like pop? Let me... Okay, we're gonna do this in an odd way instead. This is why editing takes me so long. Let me get my blank... Fuck. Give me my blank white rectangle. And we're gonna put that there. So that way we get this.
Sunrise bleeds.
Yes. But I need it to I'm gonna move it slightly. I need this to come up before that so that it is balanced properly.
Sunrise bleeds.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Sunrise.
I think I want it to be more gradual though, so let's just see what happens if I remove that keyframe and move it over here. Let's see now. Beautiful.
Sunrise.
Beautiful. We got one thing. We got one thing, guys. One thing happened. Okay. Okay. Do the exoforms reproduce like diatoms of where they split in their shell and smaller ones come out? I don't know. You know what? We're gonna canonize it right now. The ends of their tentacles form new ones. And then the ends of the tentacles come off. Like pieces, like groups, like clusters of the nuclei become like little fruiting bodies where a new shell comes off. That's what we've decided just now. Fantastic. Oh no. Gargo. I'm just gonna keep pronouncing everyone's names terribly. Gargo has to go. It's almost 12 plus 10. 10 4. Okay, now I have Americanized the time. That is late. Goodbye from Hungary. That's so cool. It's people from all over. It's wild. Bye bye. Good night, sweet cherub. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, but we have one fucking picture in here now. Welcome home. Bong. I like the bong noise.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien world's pallid skies and deep into its teal waters.
I don't like that line
Plant-like
read, but I'm not going
things
to do it
dot the
again.
sun-kissed.
I do, however, want this to zoom in more, so move it down a little bit.
Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed across the alien world's pallid skies and deep
Into its teal waters.
Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed.
Alright, so now we need plant-type things dotting the sun-kissed aquascape, of which we can grab this from the animations. What the fuck is happening to my folder? Okay, it loaded. So, I want one of the loops with C-nuts going through. We're gonna just look at the loops with C-nuts and pick our favorite one. Okay, so this one's got like the single big one. I think I want like the mini small ones, which I think is C-nut 4. So this has like 2, and they like view, view, view. So this one has like a bunch of them. What is different about 4? So this one also has those 2. And then I think it just doesn't have that last one. It has like this single one. Yeah, so we want 3. So I'm gonna put 3 in here. Okay, so we have C-nut 3. And when do I mention the C-nuts? Blindly probing forward, so we need like the regular one. Fisherworm, finworm, lepiscus. We need the lepiscus for later in this paragraph, but we don't need it now. You know what? We can just put the featherworm because that one is cool. Unless, well, it says slug type things. So we can probably add the finworm. I don't know. The finworm's animation was really bad here, and also I do need it later because the first
creature blindly probing forward. Citrus-shaped gel type things drift along the different current.
Yeah, the finworm takes too long. So let's just do this, I think.
Teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward.
Okay.
Clear.
So we put this one here. Then we can just get the regular loop. We get loop 1. instead of loop 6, and we can copy that one. We can paste. Actually, wait, I can hold Alt in this program. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like.
Was there an accidental space here? No, that was just a No, there is a space. Oops. I'm gonna end up watching this like 10 million times over, everyone, just so you know. Then if mispronunciation makes the world go round, thank goodness, because that is my favorite thing to do. Currently having a mildly windy Canadian afternoon. That's awesome. I am in the United States in the Sonoran Desert, so I am in actual real life hell right now. Oh my god. I've been so sweaty and gross all week. It's been terrible. I hate it. But guess what? We get to do this now. So we are going to select we are going to select these. And we're going to link them together because I want to add a little animation in here. So we're going to grab these. We're going to get the... Fuck, it doesn't let me do the zoom. So we're going to unlink those. And we're just going to take this one and do the clip there. And then over here, we're gonna do like the zoom and the position. We'll zoom like that, yeah. I'm gonna move it up into that corner because the corner is pretty. And what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna move it over here and put that keyframe there, and then there. I want to get rid of those keyframes. And then I want to zoom in and open the influence. And then I'm going to give this one massive influence. So hopefully what we can do is we can copy this and paste the effects onto this. Paste attributes, video attributes, apply. So now what we should have...
Waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed
It didn't work.
Wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the...
Fuck. Oh my god. So, we're gonna try this in a different way, right? We're just gonna get loop 6 out here, and we're just gonna move it so that it fucking fits in the thing that we're doing. So,
The occasional...
You are going to go zoom position, and then the zoom position over here is going to once again be up in this top corner. Okay. And we're going to put them right there and do that. Now we're going to open the influence again. And we're going to go like that. And like that. And we're going to Zumba. So hopefully...
Teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their
That's
fleshy
not
leaves
what I
over
wanted
the
from
occasional slug-like creature.
the zoom, to be honest. So what we can do is we can add a new position, I think. Just go like that. Let's see if that works.
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature.
Okay, well this was a mistake actually. let's just retry this, but like be a position that isn't the center. So if we move it over, let's see what happens now.
Teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug.
Okay, wait a minute. Idea? Zoom? What if we grab the zoom and do the same thing? Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. And then we grab this zoom, do that one as well. And what happens? What happens if we go? Oh my god. Give it to me. What happens if we go like that? What happens then? Oh fuck, it made it worse. Fuck. Frickety frick. This is fun. I'm having a fun time. So we're gonna try this again, but we're gonna do it in a very simple way. Alright? Alright, we're gonna do that, and we're going to have this be like right there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this, and we're gonna ease it right there. Oops, not that one. We're gonna ease it. And on this, we're gonna ease it as well. So what happens now? Does it look normal?
Doth the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probe.
Alright, but I want to ease it this way as well, so what happens now?
Plant-like things doth the sun-kissed
This is science.
aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug.
Okay, so what if we ease just this then? Okay, now what happens?
To its teal
We're gonna make this work.
Plant-like things doth the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature.
Okay, fantastic. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fucking move this over here because it looks too fast. And this shouldn't have ruined us.
To its teal waters. Plant-like things doth the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear situation.
Ah, fuck, what did it do at the end there? Wait, okay. What? Okay, we're gonna go like this, okay? Okay, now we're gonna take a look at this again.
Probing forward. Clear situation.
Holy fuck. So, we're gonna go with... Oh, wait, we can just go like this. Wait, undo. No, it's fine. We're gonna go 1. Position 0. Now it should be fine.
Probing forward.
Don't flicker.
Clear.
Oh my god, we did it with the free program, chat. We did we did an edit with the free program. Holy shit. I should what? You should totally move to the the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, what if just unless? Just kidding. Comment a lot gaming says, why does the thumbnail look like a feet? Okay, so some of the creatures, people keep saying they look like vulvas, and now the fish looks like a feet. It's supposed to look like hands, but it's feet. Oh fuck. Oh, by the way, for those of you who saw the actual fish on Lapis in one of the spoiler streams, the finworms and the actual Lapis fish both converged on like strangely human hand looking mouth parts. I just think that's like a fun thing to be like, convergent evolution, but among like the same biosphere is fun. You kind of want to not tread on your own peats so that you make like a convincing, diverse looking sphere of things, but I think it's a fun little quirk of this project. Andrew Font message retracted. Now I'm curious about what that hyperlink block says. Sus Design's your mom sus design. Anyways, I think I want to make my life harder, and I want to make a color grade here as well. So we're gonna make a color correction. by click. There. So now we're going to go back here and we are going to color correct it so that it looks more teal. What does lift even mean? Oh, interesting. Let's not do lift. Gain. Nah, let's not do that. Offset. No. But I want the highlight to be... You know what? Let's make it look like the camera is focusing in. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, let's get like brown at first. Okay, I like this. What does this one mean? I don't know what that one means. But you can also get the temperature to be like tealish. And then lower the contrast, I think, in the beginning. Okay, now let's see how this looks.
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear
What the fuck? Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait, like, genuinely, why didn't that work right?
Clear, citrus-shaped gel-type things drift along with the indifferent current as...
I'm so confused.
Clear, citrus-shaped...
Why is it... Why is it only right here? Why can't I go further back? Did I click on the wrong thing? No, I didn't. What do I go back in? Oh, okay. That's confusing. This program is hard to use. Okay, so what if I just take my color grading, can... I'm not supposed to touch my face. I had electrolysis the other day. I am struggling.
Moving forward. Clears.
I want that to not happen. What? Hold on. Let me... Oh no. Okay, can I just like grab these and then delete them? Can I...
Clears. Clear, citrus-shaped. Clear.
Okay, so hypothetically, if we go along with the fact that this program doesn't make any sense, we can go to frame 1.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien worlds. Pallid.
I did not want this one though, so we're gonna go back here. We want fucking this thing. I want this one. Color grade. Okay. What if I click there? Now, what if I edit the color now? Okay, so it is editing the color now. So let me try again. I'm looking at the tiny image now. I want it to be... Oh god, that number's too big. Okay, contrast, lessen the contrast. We are making this happen, chat. Whether or not it wants to. It is going to happen. So let's uncolor boost it, yeah. Yeah, hue, I want it to be like brown. Okay, let's see. Holy shit, like 4 seconds in. Okay, we're just gonna save it. We're just gonna save it and see.
Teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear citrus face.
Okay, well, we're gonna go into the color again. And we're gonna create a new one. A new keyframe. Maybe. Okay, a new keyframe. What? What? It's 1. It's where that's supposed to be, 1. Or 0. I don't know, temperature 0. Heart 0. Color boost 0. Hue 0. What? 1. What? 100? My brain is going to explode. This program is ridiculous to use, honestly. Wait. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna leave it.
Its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature.
But we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna let... Oh my god. We got 2 things. We got 2 things. I'm just gonna read the chat now. If you like creatures with hand mouths, then you love the paramites from Oddworlds. Oddworld, that sounds familiar. Let me see what Oddworld is. Oddworld. What the fuck is that? This is a motherfucking gaslight district. Up in here. Oh, is this a video game? A video game? That's so weird looking. Anyways, what's the mite thing? Paramite. Oh, interesting. The context. The context, gamers. Is neat looking. Andrew, your theory for the 3-eyed things are that they are highly modified upside-down relatives of the fish and are descendants of the linguisomers. I suppose we'll have to see. I suppose we'll have to see about where they come from. I suppose we'll have to see. Rossetti, hello. I hope you aren't going to yell at me for logging off without saving, Rossetti. Hee hee ho ho, Animal Crossing. Andrew, the deleted message was a version of the last message. Understandable. Not redacted for no reason. Just try reloading the program if it's frozen. Oh, the program isn't frozen. It just is not wanting to work correctly. Or I should say it is working correctly and it is just designed in a terrible way. CDP Productions, lol. Understandable, lol. Oh, it is Gaslight District vibes. Number 1, oh my goodness, the stinky smell is number 1. Kandy has been Oddworld pilled. Now we cannot jump to conclusions, my cherubs. Oh, my fucking face itches so bad. It itches so bad. I want to itch my electrolysis face, but if I do that, I will die. That's how it works. That's actually how it works. Now, chat, I did just have an idea. So if hypothetically, if we grab this and we go back there. Okay, well, if we grab this and go 0.
Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting.
Okay, so get this, chat. We're gonna refresh this real quick. Get this. We are going to put this here, and we're gonna put a 0 here. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna edit this in the color editor, and we are going to make this brown. You see what we're doing, chat? We're gonna make it happen. Okay. Saturation hue. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now what we can do is we can take this and turn it into a blend mode for something. Which one looks the best? Color looks pretty. Okay, color does look pretty, but
plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting.
What if we take this and put it there instead?
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature.
Okay, so what if instead of color, we do darken? What does that look?
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear, citrus-shaped, gel-type things drift along with the indifferent current as tiny, wriggling...
Okay. This is all right.
Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape.
I don't like it though. So let's go color burn and then just like
slug-like creature, blindly.
Oh god.
Slug-like creature, blindly probing
forward. Oh no, the color burn did work with that. So let's go instead of 100. Let's go for like 25.
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting
this is
and
green.
Draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward.
Okay, we're gonna move this up, right? Actually, let me make sure it's straight up.
To its teal waters.
We have this.
Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape.
And that's like literally green, so we're gonna go instead. We're gonna go for like 10. But what? We're gonna go for like 10, and we're gonna duplicate this, right? Except we're gonna be 100 here, and it almost crashed. So now what we're gonna try is we're gonna go back to the color editor, and instead we're gonna make it black. Why is that selected? Why is that selected? Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna move it over here, and now we're gonna go normal, and hopefully it didn't ruin this. I can't tell anymore. But we're gonna go back to the color editor, and we are going to make this black now. I don't know what that does. Color wheel, shadow, dark. Actually, let me... Become the color black. Wait, I have a degree in using programs it should be black. Now it's black. We did it. we made it black. Give me editor.
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting.
Okay, but now, what if we grab the blue? Give us some fucking blues up in here. And what if we add the green? Give some fucking greens up in here. Make less blue, actually. Okay, now what happens?
To its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting.
Okay, now let's go color. And oh my god,
To
did
its
we just
teal
do it?
waters.
Did we do this
Plant-like
in the most
things dot the
inefficient way
sun-kissed
possible?
aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear, citrus-shaped gel-type things drift along with the indifferent current as tiny, wriggling worms spend their days dancing, half-buried, in their glittering Eden. One beast beckons the slow reveal of sunlight like no other. A shallow water, equatorial lapis saucer.
Okay, so now we need the lapis saucer animation. Which is fucking somewhere in here. But do we want Lapis Saucer 1 or Lapis Saucer 2? We probably want both of them. There's the one where it like hovers ominously above. And then there's also this one where it just goes across, I think. Yeah, so let's go across and then up in front, because we're going to be talking about the Lapis Saucer for a good little while. You see, we spent all that work doing an effect that doesn't matter at all. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna read shit again. CDP Productions, fun fact, in echinoderm-like skeleton is actually the ancestral trait of vertebrates/chordates and the placoderms. Really? That's really interesting. And don't worry about your English. That was fantastic. I got confused at the spelling of echinoderm, but I also am probably dyslexic, so I didn't think anything of it. That is interesting. I never really thought about that. We are making it happen. We're making it happen. Is there something? Is the snake doing something? No, it's a reflection of the flag in the background. Who up wafting and writhing they fleshy leaves right now, Stibor. We're gonna mispronounce everything in the world. Stibor. Yeah, Stinky Small does love blues. Andrew, is the deep sea gonna be in this episode? God, that's hard to do. Yes! There is going to be a segment about the deep sea, but I'm not going to go in depth until the Piscian Age Part 2. Which is, you know, part of the reason I didn't want to break this up into parts is because the next episode is the Piscian Age Part 2. The shoaling age is what I'm calling it. Yes, I'm going to bring up the deep sea and we're going to talk about it for a little tiny bit, but that is going to go much more in depth in the next episode, because the deep sea is very interesting because its temperatures are so consistent and everything about it is so consistent that you have very late surviving groups that just persist down there. Like that's where nautiluses are from, and that's where the coelacanths to this day reside, and lamprey, or not lamprey, what are they called, hagfish and stuff are down there. It's interesting. And there's all sorts of like exotic sponges and crinoids which you don't normally find elsewhere. It's really, really neat, and I am excited to talk about it in depth in the next episode, episode 5. Tehran hitting us with the Chad. Yes, I have been practicing doing it. My brother Sparzy is so good at doing the Mog face, the Chad face, and it's like I have to focus on my brain. But we discovered something really funny, that if you do the Chad face and then Pog, it is the funniest possible expression. I'm gonna attempt this. Yeah, that was our science from last night where we couldn't stop fucking laughing at it. Eh, eh, eh. Um, Deneth, opinions on cosmic horror? I love Rose Lalonde. I don't know, I've never really read any of it, but I think it's like a neat concept. Um, I don't really know much else. It's interesting. I guess cosmic horror, I guess, can be like a vague conceptualization of reality as well. Like black holes are kind of scary, right? And just like the scale of the universe and stuff. Like I watched a little demonstration of how far away planets in our solar system actually are at like their correct sizes, and it kind of hurt my brain to realize how far away everything is and how much nothing there is in between the stuff. That's sort of cosmic horror, I guess. But I haven't like read anything. I'm such a fucking dork. Okay, let's see how much this fits. There's a hair in my mouth.
Sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien world's pallid skies and deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear, citrus-shaped, gel-type things drift along with the indifferent current as tiny, wriggling worms spend their days dancing, half-buried, in their glittering Eden. One beast beckons the slow reveal of sunlight like no other, a shallow water, equatorial lapis saucer, the first members of Lapis's biosphere to evolve eyes. In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these
Okay. My computer is almost crashing. Okay, there, it lived. So something I can do is I have a version of this animation that's only one loop, and I can use that to crop them to like shorten them if I want the animations to be closer together. I don't think I need to because I do need to have the Lepiscus in Lapis Saucer. My files are not named very well. I name the creatures when I'm writing, not when I'm like actually making it. So, we have the shit. We have the thing. Let's go.
Equatorial lapis saucer, the first members of Lapis's biosphere to evolve eyes. In the
Alright, we're just gonna spam it right there.
Form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs are paramount to the evolutionary arms race about to unfold. With the crystal-clear waters of...
Okay, yeah, we're gonna put it like right there. Now we want it to start on, or actually, let me just block, and rotation, because rotation is fun. So we want it to zoom in, and we want it to be like on the eyes, right? But then we also want it to rotate. So let me move you like that.
In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles.
And because these are PNGs, I can very much like more easily just like ease them. I want it to ease. I want you to ease. So we're going to ease now.
In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs...
But the position, we're going to move you up so that you aren't in the way, right?
In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs are paramount to the evolutionary arms race about to unfold. With the crystal
It just fucking disappears. Okay, but I want it's zoomed in a little bit too close, so we're gonna go like that. Should I reflect this? No, this is kind of like a nice position. But we're gonna do one more thing. We are going to fucking curse ourselves with this again because we like doing this to ourselves. I want like the master color right there, but in the beginning, I want it to look more translucent like the image was supposed to be. I have gotten a lot better at digital art since I made this, so I need the contrast to go way, way down. And then I need temperature. I want it to be more blue. Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. No hue change. But if I go like this, the temperature, no, I do like it cold. And the tints, nah, I'll just leave it like that. But I need more light. Grab it. This isn't doing anything. Contrast. Oh, there it is. There. We'll go like that. And then the shades. Actually, we'll go like that maybe. And let's add some more contrast back into it, just not too much. And you know what? I want it to be more green now. So we're gonna add some green. Purple's pretty actually. Now I'm just mumbling to myself. There. Now it's perfect. Please work for the love of God. Okay, it seems to be working. Actually, let me move this over.
In the form of bare cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs are paramount to the evolutionary arms race about to unfold. With
it fucking moves at the end. Hold on. You go over there.
With
okay, let me. Okay. Oh, it's the zoom. Okay. We need the zoom to be at the very end, and then we need to zoom it out just a little bit. Oh, that was too much. Okay, so we're gonna go back and make it like that. This is close enough. So, let's add our fade that my video editing professor did not appreciate that I do all the time, but it's my YouTube channel, so I get to do this every fucking time an image comes up. It gonna fade the opacity. Okay. Yay! We did it! Now let's watch it all again. All of it. All.
sunrise bleeds soft light across the alien world's pallid skies and deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things dot the sun-kissed aquascape, wafting and draping their fleshy leaves over the occasional slug-like creature, blindly probing forward. Clear, citrus-shaped gel-type things drift along with the indifferent current as tiny, wriggling worms spend their days dancing, half-buried, in their glittering Eden. One beast beckons the slow reveal of sunlight like no other, a shallow water, equatorial lapis saucer, the first members of Lapis's biosphere to evolve eyes. In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs are paramount to the evolutionary arms race about to unfold. With the crystal-clear waters of this sandy...
Okay, so that is fantastic. We need to do this. I just remembered that we have to fade the background when we do this. What do I normally put the background as? I use like 50. Might be 25. Fuck. Oops. 50. And now let me just real quick since I have the thing open anyways, damn it, select, link, click again, unlink, get rid of the visuals. I don't need you anymore. Yes, okay.
Equatorial lapis saucer, the first members of Lapis's biosphere to evolve eyes. In the form of bare, cup-shaped appendages buttressing oral tentacles, these radiation-sensitive organs are paramount to the evolutionary arms race about to unfold. With the crystal-clear waters of this sandy world, vision is sure to emerge, eventually, and is likely to do so more than once. On Earth alone, eyes seem to have arisen independently as many as 40 different times. Among well-lit worlds...
Okay, this is the part. Okay, this is the part where everybody's drawings are gonna go. My stream seems to have buffered. This is the part where everybody's images are gonna go for the exobiology things. So I am getting a little bit giddy to start doing that. I think we have to skip it though, because that's just going to take so long, all the crediting and everything, that I think I won't be able to talk at all. So I am going to skip to the next part. And what is the next part, you may ask?
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry. Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms...
Okay, this is what I wanted. We're gonna poop this right there.
Finworms are often exposed.
Yeah.
Like their predators, they too have a complex, energy-demanding anatomy which relies on their underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic in subterranean.
Okay, so we have part of that loop going. I'm getting real tired. Oh my gosh, I've had a huge week. My hair is slightly purple today. I really like it. It's reflective. Okay.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes.
In the shallow water saucer sea nuts. Let's go back to the animations. Let's bring the Lepiscus back again. Just the regular way.
They're far from the last to take such revolution.
And we'll get loop 6 up in here.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the...
And then we're gonna go like click, and we're gonna go 0. Boom. I like that noise.
While
What? Oh, it just didn't click on 0.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes.
Saucer sea nuts, guys. Saucer sea nuts. Saucer sea nuts. I hardly know her. E. That's a lot of E's. Stinky Moirail. The Shroombley Woombly. I don't know what that was in reference to, but I'm sure it was some weird ass shit that I said in my essay. Andrew, would y'all live through all the bad experiences in y'all's lives in a day, a week, or a month, but the rest of y'all's lives, a result, are good or boring? I absolutely would. If I could get all the electrolysis pain out in like a day instead of like over 100 hours of excruciating existence, I absolutely would. Like if you could just have the pain be then, that'd be amazing. Just have me sitting there like sobbing uncontrollably, having every bad feeling in the world, and then it just be gone. Just not have to deal with it. That would be fucking fantastic. That would be like the dream scenario. Ooh, you guys want to yawn so bad. You want to yawn so bad. You want to yawn so bad. You're so tired. You just want to yawn. Yeah. Let me do one for my Moirail specifically. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyways. The next fucking section.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on
Do I need something for us to look at in this beginning part?
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly...
Yeah, saw it. Let's just... Oops. Save. Let's grab the Lepiscus edit from before and just duplicate it for the color transition that I liked. And then we're gonna redo the position and the zoom and shit. Don't explode, please. Oh god. Okay, but don't crash though. Don't crash. Don't give us a Terezi jump scare again. Okay. Okay, what if I click this? Okay, what if I click that? Okay.
Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures.
I'm gonna flip this. Boop. Oh, it looks weird flipped. I used to not flip the canvas when I drew stuff, and it's kind of obvious. I want it to be like horizontal and big on the screen.
Daring enough to venture into the water column. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute commonplace murmurations, Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus...
You know what? We're gonna move it back slightly so that we can go like this.
I
have a fun idea for the edit.
Strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture.
Okay, so we're gonna get like the base like size and everything down. It's gonna be like that.
Lepiscus mainly preys on...
You know, let's add that. And then in the beginning, we're gonna have it like Rotate first of all, and then position, really down, and then going back just a little bit further.
Right.
We're gonna have it moved up, so it's like it actually strikes, right? So I'm gonna go boom, boom, remove, remove. We're gonna see how this looks.
Strike. Lepiscus may.
Oh god, that was fast.
Before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft.
Okay.
Bodied creatures.
Ease you.
Strike. Lepiscus mainly.
Zoom, zoom. Some Y.
Strike. Lepiscus.
The movement of Y, where is that? Oh, there you are. So I want you to ease, and I want you to ease, and I want you to ease as well.
Strike. Lepiscus mainly. Strike.
And we're gonna move it back up a bit. Rotate it like that. Let's see how that looks. Animation.
Right. Lepiscus mainly
Oh,
preys.
it flickered weird.
Strike. Lepiscus mainly preys.
Huh? Why is it rotating like that? Oh, it's because this is too small. Oh. Wait, undo that. Let's remove that, and then let's just add, like right here, a rotation like this.
Lepiscus may.
What?
Lepiscus. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures.
Yeah, we're basically just doing animation at this point. But let me look at it again.
Strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied. Strike. Strike. Lepiscus mainly preys. Before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more.
At some point, I accidentally deleted the rotation that I wanted it to be at. That's weird. And then the zoom. And want one there.
Time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more base.
Okay, and then we're gonna go zoom, and then a little bit of a rotation, and a little more of a zoom, I think. Then we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna get rid of those two keyframes, and we're going to add our easing into there. And then let's see.
Time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute commonplace bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons.
Okay. Now I need to smooth up this part. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is why it takes so long. Because I choose to do things like this. I did steal your bet, Lux. I did steal the bet. Jasper, hello. Welcome to the stream where I'm becoming increasingly tired.
Time to strike. Lapis
Okay.
before it's had time to strike. Lapiscus mainly preys.
Yeah, the weird jittery look to it. Where's the rotation?
Lapiscus mainly strike. Lapiscus mainly preys.
Hold the phone.
To strike.
Down. Comes back up. That is a position Y. Oopsie, there we go. Now let's see.
To strike. Lapis.
Why'd it bounce like that?
Lapis. Time to strike. Lapiscus main.
Grab it. Grab it. Come on. Grab the influence. Grab the influence. You can do it. Okay. Now let's see.
Strike. Lapiscus mainly preys.
That looked nice, but let me drag this the fuck over here and then increase the influence substantially.
Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures. Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied.
Yeah, and now let's add another like Y change just to add some dynamic shit.
Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture.
Alright, now let's watch that again. And the best part of this is that we can sneakily reuse this entire ass animation for some other fucking thing later in the video.
Time to strike. Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophil.
That was great. However, the last rotation angle, I think it should be... Ooh, why did it select that? The last rotation angle should be the other direction, maybe.
Creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophil.
Chat, we did it. We did it. We edited the video. Let's see again.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophilemia.
I'm gonna actually add one more bounce. One more bounce. And it's gonna be like that. Give me the fucking bounce, dog. Let's see.
While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemians.
Yeah, okay. We did it.
To perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lapiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophil.
One more basal sea nuts. We need like a sea nut. Oh yeah, the sea nut was in the second episode. Sea nut. There it is. Look, it's the first episode. Whoa. Oh shit! I did the thing again. I need to stop doing that. Okay. Now we're gonna bring this back, and it's all gonna be great. Sea nut. What the fuck else do I bring up?
While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons
the mud thread. I, unfortunately, y'all are going to be disappointed in me. I don't remember which one of the worms that is without accessing my cladogram. So I'm going to look at the cladogram and not let anybody see that. Where's the cladogram? There's the cladogram. Oh shit! Ah, fuck it. You guys can't see that. That's at like 140p. Anyways, which ones are the lutophilemons? It is the one that is not in the dirt. That is the one that I thought it was. So we need the lutophilemon. Where are you, Mudthread?
constitute commonplace murmurations. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute enough to venture into the water column, while more basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lapis.
And I will make these two disappear when it says water. And chat, you know what we're gonna do? You know something sneaky we're gonna do real quick? We're gonna copy this. We're gonna take both of these. We're gonna paste attributes. But we are just going to paste on the color correction.
More basal sea nuts and lutophilemons constitute.
Now we have that same like really nice color correction that we did on the Lapis saucer, and we put it onto these to really make the drawings look better than they actually are. Sea nut. Biotrope, only 5 watching now, 6. Ooh, 5 again. That is perfectly fine. We are having a boring time where we are listening to my voice repeatedly from 2 different directions, and it's great. It is fantastic. If anyone has any questions or anything that you want to ask, you go right ahead. I'm just forcing myself to work on this, and sometimes when there's like people witnessing it, it makes it easier to actually lock in and do shit.
More basal sea nuts.
Well, more basal, these nuts. But yeah, this, I shit you not, this is why it takes so long. It's because I do shit like this.
Lutophilemons constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water. Water.
When I say water, I want them to disappear, so.
Are mostly made of water.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice edit. Good job, Kandy Egg. Good job, Sedge. The thin, leafless, tree-like plants you showed on a community post 8 months ago, you think are descendants of the Macaronophytes. Ooh. Ooh. Let me check my drawings real quick to see which one you're talking about. The thin tree-like ones. Oh. I think it was this one. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. I'm so excited to show this shit. And I don't be too disappointed in me, but I like legitimately only know the names of some of them. Once the new episode comes out, we are gonna have like the greatest stream of all time, where I just create a tier maker thing out of the sprite art I made for everything in this project for the cladogram. In fact, let me real quick. I'm gonna get up the cladogram, but we're not gonna see the part that is not for looking. We're only gonna see the part that we are allowed to look at. Here we are. So I made sprite art of fucking everything in this project, and I'm gonna put these into the tier maker on whatever that website is called. It's probably called tier maker. And people are gonna be able to tier list their own shit. And I'm gonna tier list my stuff. And we're all gonna be embarrassed for me because I don't know the names of anything. But some of these sprites are really nice, like this one. I really like. I tried to make them look like the Animal Crossing sprites when fish and bug. Yeah. There's some like sprite oopsies, but I'm not gonna fucking fix it. It took too much effort to make these in general. I just had to make like all 50 or however many things there are now in one day. That was my goal for that day. This one is very nice too, the macaroni fight. It's so shiny. But yeah, here's a sneak peek of the other shit. Ooh, we can't look at this. Ooh. You guys don't know what's down there. Ooh. Anyways, that's me being a stupid idiot. There's my name is tagged in the chat. I didn't know you could do that. When I say water, I want them to disappear. When I say water, I want them to disappear. That's me when I'm a cartoon villain, and when I say water, they fucking evaporate into particulate dust. That's what I want to happen. Amborgor. Thank you, Jasbor. Amborgor. Bloody Pigeon, hello. Welcome to the ship post where we're doing this. What happened to my VTuber model? I still have it. In fact, I want to, in order to practice making shit for one of my other projects, Rombound, which is a Homestuck thing, I want to practice making 3D sprite art, which is where we get this fucking thing in the top corner. That was a test to see if I could make it look like a pre-rendered sprite. And that's just like the HD version of the pre-rendered sprite. And it turned out pretty interesting. And I think I want to try again. But like do a completely 3D modeled keyframe animation VTuber. Because that looks fucking stupid. And I want to do it. And I need something like that for the Rumbound thing. Anyways, so I might be doing that eventually in like years to come. I'm so fucking busy right now. I'm going to scream. But yeah, you guys have to look at me now because I made my hair slightly purple. Look, the closer I get, the more you can see. If I like, let me just show real quick. It is reflective, and if I put more light, then it becomes more purple. Yeah, look at that. Yippee. I'm just overexposed now, but I don't want to be overexposed. So I am going to put this back like that. That's how it was. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm getting so tired. I was so hyped earlier. And now I'm getting tired and eepy. Funky Town and Low Quality starts playing. Funky Town. Boy. Do you want to guess what my favorite color is? I don't even know what that was from. It's just a thing that me and Sparzy say to each other. It was from like a VR chat clip or something. It was fucking Luigi asking what people's favorite color is, and they said purple, and Luigi goes, "White boy, do you want to guess what my favorite color is? It's green." Yay! Dumb shit. Purple. Slowpoke. Oh my god, I don't really want to work in this anyway. Slowpoke. 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 Okay. This is like a $70-something plush that has just like become my possession for free. And now it's iconic. I don't even like Slowpoke that much, but I do like Slowking. But now I have grown much more attached to Slowpoke than I was previously. Save. Oh no, I'm starting to get a headache. I need to drink water. The trans girls need to drink fuck up water. What's something that I like that is generally disliked? I can't say Homestuck, even though there are haters for Homestuck, but Homestuck is about to become popular again, and it's going to be fucking amazing. They're making an animated Homestuck, and it's going to be my favorite thing in the entire world. If something that I like that is generally disliked, like as a thing, it's probably Centaur Worlds. As I started watching that on Netflix or whatever, and the whole time I was like, who the fuck is this for? Other than me specifically. It's one of my favorite shows, and it's just so difficult to get other people to see it. I keep trying to make Sparzy watch it, and he refuses to watch it. Lux watched it. I forced them, and they were forced to watch it until season 2, and then they started liking it. Sip. Actually, let's turn into CM Kosman. Oh my gosh, I'm such a fucking dork. I love CM Kosman. I participated in the Kickstarter for the Prince version of all tomorrows. I mean, all tomorrows. That's not all yesterdays. The company that was doing it went under, and they didn't respond to my email to get a refund. So I kind of lost $40 to a random ass print company or something. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Ladies. Leave me alone type shit. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this bloody pigeon. Schleswiger spotted in chat. I don't know what that is. Hopefully I didn't say a bad word. I know that's a possibility. Water is truly the spice of life. Water is the yummiest acid. It's the yummiest molten acid. Yeah, it was alright. That's what you say. Oh my goodness, GT! Homestuck with Toby Fox, and I did find Centaur World. Okay. I did like the Nowhere King. Excellent. Normally, like, as soon as the centaurs show up, everyone just, like, leaves. But I'm so excited for the animated Homestuck. Everyone's like, boo, why did it have to be Vivsy poop? But to be frank, Homestuck being an animated property, it has to not be affiliated with like a huge ass company. It has to be an indie project, and it has to have optimal animation. It's so fucking long that you can't have it be like 3D animated or something. It just has to be with shitty flash sprite animations. It's the only way, and it's going to be fucking fantastic. The Huss is still writing it. Toby motherfucking Radiation Fox is John Egbert. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever, and when this comes out, guys, you are all gonna be forced to watch it. Okay? I don't care if you don't like Homestuck. You will like Homestuck. You will become a Homestuck. Yes, indeed. Now I'm just making noises. South Denmark, Northern Germany. Oh. Interesting. Hail Denmark. Haha. I'm reviving Bionicle. Reviving Bionicle. Haha. Have y'all seen Reviving Bionicle? Are y'all like is in depth into the Bonkle fandom as the T girl is? Is that I fucking love Bonkles. There's this mark on my screen. Bonkles are the best. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna go back to editing real quick.
And lutophilemia constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals.
Okay, so these two we can just move fucking somewhere. Zoom. You can go over fucking there. And you can go fucking over there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little shortcut. We're gonna grab our filter and do camera shake. What we're gonna do with camera shake is we're gonna open here. That was loud, I'm sorry. We're gonna open this camera shake. Speed scale, we want it to go like real fucking slow, so let's see.
More basal sea nuts and lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active. More basal sea nuts and lutophilemians.
This is something I'm gonna be doing. This is something I planned for a good while. Is using the camera shake instead of manually editing the fucking rotations. Or, well, I'm still gonna manually do the rotations, but... Oh wait, shit, there's rotation. What if I do that?
More basal sea nuts and lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water.
Whoa, that's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna move you fucking over there, because I put you too close there. And we're gonna camera shake you as well. Speed scale way the fuck down. And I also want you to go side to side more than up and down. And I want you to rotate a shit ton. So let's see now.
Lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water.
Whoa! Okay, that was fantastic. So, video, we're gonna edit the zoom a little bit so it gets like slightly bigger. So we're gonna zoom slightly. And then you too, you can't escape either. You get to zoom as well. And then your zoom, you're gonna be like slightly smaller.
More basal sea nuts and lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are...
Oh yes, and I need to start it rotation amplitude. Where's the motion phase there? Let's fucking move it over here.
More basal sea nuts and lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water.
I'm gonna boost the randomness, I think. Let's see that.
Lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are most...
I don't want them to be like at the same phase. Where'd the phase go? There it is.
Lutophilemians constitute commonplace murmurations. They are mostly made of water.
No, they're not boinging at the same time. Okay, so that was a good edit. That was a good edit. We did a thing. My camera's exploding. Okay. Where was I? Det kan jag också Jeg kan også sige moing. I tried very hard. Didn't Toby Fox make music for Homestuck? This is true, Goodrick These, and my Moirel beat me to it. I have to say the line. Megalovania appeared in Homestuck before Toby Fox game Undertale. Before Undertale was made, Megalovania was in Homestuck. And before then, it was a song made for some other third thing. I think it was a modded version of Mother, the game, Earthbound. That's what it's called. And yeah, it's funny. It's from Homestuck. And tons of other shit. And Andrew Hussey is still doing the music for the Homestuck show, so it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing, and I'm so fucking excited. Bloody Pigeon, you have one of the songs by them on Homestuck bookmarked. Fantastic. Fantastic. Jasper's Requiem. I don't know if Toby Fox made that one, but Jasper's Requiem is one of my favorite songs. And then there's a fucking horse version of it too. I love it. Yeah, Toby Fox and Andrew Hussey used to be roommates, and it's iconic. They were roommates. They were roommates. I wouldn't be surprised if they were dating or something. And now I kind of hope they were. At least you think it was Toby GT. I think they made an early version of Megalovania for Homestuck too. Oh, it's like the same. I am so fucking annoying. I know there is a Friday Night Funkin' mod where you can play against Task Manager with that song. That's hilarious. It was an Earthbound. What if they were Moirels? What if Toby Fox and Andrew Hussey were Moirels? What if this? What if the sun is moving? I am in the sun. No, I'm not. What if they were Moirels? This is a tantalizing idea. That's true. The Homestuck Megalovania has really rad guitar in it. I want to just put it up on the screen, and I know Toby Fox specifically would not give a shit if it was in like a video or something, but YouTube's gonna yell at me. I really wanted to complete one section, which technically we did, but then there's like all this fucking shit after this. We're gonna watch what we have again.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemmians constitute commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry.
You can kind of see right here, but this is like a blurred picture. I guess you can't really see that well. But its face is drawn. Its face like retracts. I still want to draw like an actual picture of what that would look like. Like an HD picture, but you can kind of see like it just is like this little closed ring, and then there's like 8 little eyes peeping out, and then it goes like an alien spaceship which was the intent for the design. Most of the designs I do like very realistically, but the Lepiscus was one that I did have an idea beforehand, and I approached it from like a character design sense rather than a scientific one, essentially. Good trick these. Am I gonna do any biogeography for this project? Initially, I was planning on doing that as like one of the big focuses, but it kind of got into scope creep territory, my favorite word, where I just don't understand it, and trying to understand it and then relay it in a way that is accurate is just really, really difficult for me. So I think I'm gonna like sort of do it in a soft fashion with the planet like slightly changing through all the episodes, but I'm not going to touch into it that directly, as I am mainly like an artist who just like likes animals, right? So I think I'm mainly going to focus on, or going to continue focusing on, what's the word? Morphology, and stuff like that. Like I'm it's neat. It's neat, especially with coloration. I am very interested in how different things camouflage with shit, and that's part of how I've been getting very, I guess you could say, realistic um, colorations and patterns for this new episode, especially. And I am very excited to have everybody see, and I'm getting so many ideas for episode 5. It's gonna be great. I'm so feral and excited. Are you doing the tier list stream after the episode is posted? I am. Probably on the same... Probably not on the same day. Probably just, like, on a Saturday or Sunday after it comes out. So, like, if I post it on Saturday, I might do the stream on Sunday. It might be a week later. I'm not sure, but I will announce that one because that one is, like, an important stream and not, like, a shitpost stream. I will announce that, before and by a couple days. Griffin Hunter, you can't watch live streams because you need to watch it over 2.8 times speed. Understandable. What if I go ahead and start talking like this, even though I can't really think about things that I need to say beforehand, but I'm going to continue saying them so that I can keep up this remarkable pace. We just gotta have like big pauses in between the sentences, and that's how we're gonna deal with this. But seriously, I need to get back to editing. Let me go ahead and read the last 2 comments. Morphology as opposed to lesphology. I'm gonna commit die. I read it as lesbianology. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. I think I'm dyslexic. I had to look at it intently for a second time to understand that the joke was more and less, and not more and then lesbians for no reason. God, I'm stupid. Make sin. Cinemographic. I'm literally being so cinemographic right now. Buddy Pigeon is commanding me to say this. That makes me feel like it's a bad word. I cannot extrapolate what that means. If you promise it's not bad, I can say it. I want to say it though. I shouldn't though. It is possible. It is possible for people to make me say bad words, and I don't want to.
Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry. Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to
sheetworms. We brought up something else.
Substantial quarry.
Pop up the shit. Oh, I still need to make like tags and shit. I forgot. That's gonna add more shit. Uh, because I don't expect people to remember everything from the previous episode, I need to put little tags of information like lapis saucers are fucking this thing. You know? That's gonna have to be later. Pillow. Oh, Lux, you're still drawing that. Um, Probably just my eye color. It is just like brown, but very slightly hazily. My mother always said it was hazel, but I kind of think it's just brown. Um, um, Bloody Pigeon. It's a Danish tongue twister. It's safe. Okay, so it's a tongue twister. Fem flaudeballer, paet, flad, fla, I'm just butchering it right now. Flaudebolfed. She tried. um, How's my summer? It was.
Sheet worms mostly stick to the
I did not mean to start playing that. My summer was pretty chill. I just got a new job and I've been very busy, and this is my little day off. I need to go to the store and get a bunch of shit, and it's very unfortunate, but I might be doing that today. Um, there was an ad, and now things are laggy. That's probably just my computer. My computer does not like that I have this much shit open. In fact, I closed Krita, right? I did. I did close Krita. We're fine on that front. Biotrope, what's my favorite extant animal? I really like trumpeters. My favorite animal is probably Sophia dextralis. Let me boop 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 boop. Get over there. Bird. It's a gruiform bird, which is like cranes and stuff. So this is basically a crane if it had the niche of like a chicken type creature. I really like ground birds, and I think they're interesting. They have very neat social behaviors as well. There is I'm not supposed to touch my face because of electrolysis, but there is like a singular hair touching me. I'm gonna cry. Eh. Okay, I fixed it. I'm alive. But yeah, this is my favorite animal. They have a shinies on their little necks, and their backs are like completely covered by the feathers on their rumps and their shoulders, and I think it's interesting because they can just kind of like pull their wings out of the cover, and they're neat. And I love their little faces. They're so shaped. This is so creature. And they run fast and they make fun noise. I love them. So yeah, that's probably my favorite animal. Stinky Small, you are a cutie pie eyes. That's what I say. Get wrecked. My moral, everyone. Bloody Pigeon, you sound Swedish. 6 out of 10. Fuck. I don't know how to do languages. Oh my gosh. I wish this cord was on the other side. I guess my computer's supposed to be on the other side, but what are you gonna do? Can you say Fisher's frites fish fish Fisher's frites fresh fish. Biotrop likes birds as well. Fantastic. Thank you, Stinky Smallthon. GT. Brot. Clades. Blebt. Brocklade. Und. Blockrot. Blebet. Blockrot. Good job, Troon. You did something. Okay. So I'm going to be sneaky, right? I'm going to go copy you. And then I'm going to paste it onto this bitch. Everything. Don't like the color. Let's redo that, but... Oh, why are you still color graded? Okay, well, that's an interesting bug. We're just gonna put a new version. And then we're gonna go paste attributes, but then not color correction.
The ground and close to cover, keeping the Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry.
Shit worms. Fuck. Whoop.
Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are often...
Oh, that's like perfect timing. It's like perfect timing. I'm gonna move you to like the middle though. And make it a little bit bigger. 8. Let's go 0.9. 5. That sounds good.
Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but...
Actually, since we're saying that it's close to cover, I'm gonna move it like down more. Into like the center of the screen. Ooh, we have a long typing. Bloody Pigeon, well, to be honest, there is a common sound in Danish called the soft D that is so weird that the IPA system doesn't even have a letter for it. Interesting. We just spell it D, and all the D's in that sentence were soft. What does soft D sound like? Now I'm interested. I struggle with understanding language and pronunciations, and my Moira knows this because they'll be like doing the pronunciations for Greek and Latin things, and then I'll be pronouncing it wrong, and they'll just be like saying it at me, and I can't figure out what part I'm saying wrong. Oh, GT has to go now. Okay. Thank you so much for participating in the shitpost stream. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Sweet dreams to you. Sweet, sweet diabetes dreams to you. You're a big nerd. Oh, and we Germans have the letter B. It's a fancy ass B, it seems. I don't know what that would be called, but it does look like a fancy bee. Do I have a DeviantArt? I do not. I do have Instagram, and that's where I normally doom. I also have Tumblr. Everything is Kandy Eggs, by the way. It either has like an underscore or a space or no space. It just depends. Close to the something like saying the letter L. I think that's right. I think that's right. Oh boy, finally caught another stream. Welcome, Liam. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever, what have you. We are working on the video. Very exciting. The fancy German B is just s, s. Oh, that's interesting. That's neat. Language is weird. I want to edit the colors of this slightly. Let's make it a lighter color for no reason. Sit better. Sit with proper posture. I like to pretend that there's different like genera or species or whatever. Yeah, let's make this one like white for some reason. Yeah, now how do I... Yeah, let's pivot. Interesting. I'll just leave it like that. Temperature. We'll go cooler temperature, but then add more yellow. Actually, we'll add some like purple in there. Nah, I like the like brassy color. It's really pretty. Yeah, and lift. What does lift do? Ooh, lift is pretty. What is this black thing? I don't know. Yeah, that seems good. Let's zoom in so I can see this easier. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Maybe more yellow. No, I like the brass color. I do like the brass color. Yeah, okay. Zoom, 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 zoom. Contrast. Let's... Ooh. I like it with the lighter colors, so we're gonna go like that. We're gonna remove some detail so it looks smoother, as though we actually intended for this to be drawn like this. Now I want to add more light. Wait, the light was in here, isn't it? Oh yeah, we already made it as light as is possible. So we're going to try to continue this over here. Whoa. Yeah, we're just kind of like blankly doing shit over here. That's pretty. What's this red one? I don't know. But anyways, this is fine. We just pretend that there's different species. This one is yellow. Ba 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 ba. Do I have DeviantArt? I answered that. There I am. Close to something like the letter L, but having a chunky roof in my mouth. B is a sharp S sound. That's okay. So I read this. I apologize. My brain is not very fast right now. Like a voiced TH bloody pigeon. Oh, that's by Moira asking. I think I've under-rivered your fantasy map. Good trick these. I don't really understand how rivers work, unfortunately. I have been tempted to start talking about rivers for this project, but I need to learn how that fucking works and how permanent rivers are, because it feels like they're not permanent. Andrew, you think the high UV surface stage of Lapis would be after the era of a lot of water evaporated? While the evaporating era would have lots of clouds, which gives some UV protection. That's true. I will say, um, I get into that a lot in this episode. Lapis has significant atmosphere and significant cloud cover as is, so it is very protective of its creatures compared to Earth. However, Lapis is sort of constructed as this very forgiving place. So all the creatures are used to having like virtually no radiation hit them. So when they are close to the surface, even though it's a lot more forgiving than on Earth, to them, it is just as damaging. Hands. So Lapis, like in general, does not have a very punishing existence, but um, comparatively, it is still as though it is, if that makes sense. I'm not making any sense. We'll see. um, oh my goodness, Stinky Small sent on text. I should look at it. They've been drawing our. Oh my goodness. They've been drawing little eh, furry versions of us. I don't identify as a furry, but they had me make a little design and they have drawn it. Oh my goodness, the fucking raccoon stripes on this one. Your stinky small thing. Do you mind if I show? Do you mind if I show Stinky Small-a-thon? Now I have to wait a minute. Liam, can't wait to listen to you doing the YouTuber voice for 2 hours talking about the godless aquatic beasts. Real. At least, I am not talking like this for the entire time. Actually, let me do a test of what that would sound like because that's actually kind of funny. Sunrise, bleed, soft light, across the alien worlds, pallid skies, and deep into its teal waters. Plant-like things, dot the sun-kissed aquascape. I hate that like fake-ass YouTube accent, and it just exists to prevent people from knowing when the end of the sentence is so that people don't click off of it. It's like devious. It's actually devious. You send messages over text. Varying levels of paralyzed. Show. Okay. Well, which one's my favorite now? I think this one's Cutie Pies. Let me. They've been drawing our little furry things. Focus, damn you. Focus. 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 If you send it on Instagram small, then I can look at it clearer. We're gonna look at that in a minute. We're gonna look at that in a minute is what we're gonna do. In the meantime, fucking worm.
To commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry. Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are
fantastic. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is somebody's foot fungus. But, as it turns out, that might be just what you get. Yeah, you can't see it at all. So they're sending it on Instagram. Rivers just flow from the mountains with ice on top through the lowest path possible to the lowest point, usually the ocean, but sometimes there's a lake looking up drainage basins could be useful. Interesting. I'm trying to make funny facial expressions with my eyebrows. My darling friend from school, public school, they have always had like a huge amount of control of their eyebrows, and they're so good at it that it like forced me to learn how. So now I can do shit like this. Like just look at the fucking we're going shit post again. It is a skill I have honed over the years. The worst skill, the most pointless. Which one do I like most? I think I like the one without the raccoon stripes on the ears. Oh, you think I could see a good idea looked? It was Megan. It was indeed Megan. You would know all. Okay, okay, which one is it? It's this one. This one's my favorite. Oh, I don't want you to see my friends' accounts. There. Whoa! It's us. It's us in real life right now. This is what we look like if we, except we are more stylish than normal. Oh my goodness. This is a fun drawing. I am a bunny because I like bunnies, and they are a tree weasel. What are they called? Marten. A Pacific marten. Yeah. Fun. These are my shoes. These are my shoes that I wear in real life. They had the troon lace. What? Troon laces. Hell yeah. No raccoon stripes. No. Raccoon stripes on a furry feels like cultural appropriation. So stupid. I am a dumb little creature. These are things that I say. Yeah, Lux, you called out. Goodrick, remember the time the Mediterranean drained up because of the Strait of Gibraltar closed? No. What? Do tell. Do tell that story. Is that in modern time or like history? Now I'm curious. I'm curious. I just turned into Gilbert Gottfried. Fuck. Doesn't even sound like. Anyways.
Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are often exposed. Like their predators, they too have a complex, energy-demanding anatomy which relies on their underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic and subterranean prey. By throwing their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic and subterranean prey. By thrusting,
there is an image which I want to include. Technically, it has a little spoiler, but oh well. No, I want diagrams. Load faster. Diagrams, finworm. Okay, which one of these is the most appropriate to put in? Actually, wait, I have a better image of this, actually. Finworm. Where is it? Oh god. Okay. We're gonna search through here. There it is. This image. I found it.
anatomy which relies on their underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic and subterranean prey. By thrusting their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe like moles or pigs of Earth, combining the senses of smell and touch like a biological metal detector.
Yeah, that's a good duration of images. Yeah, that's right. We're reusing images from the previous episode. Zoom and then move it down a little. Actually, let's keep that for now. Let's click, click, and then up here we'll go zoom out a little bit and then just move it down so you can't see.
By thrusting their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe like moles or pigs of Earth, combining the senses of smell and touch like a biological metal detector. Unfortunately, by
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
metal detector.
Metal detector? I hardly know it. Yes, so now we need the loop from before. Loop 6. Let's just fucking put you there. And also these guys need to be darkened.
Time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture.
Okay. So we save that, and now we need to grab you and fucking make you oops.
Time to strike.
Make you at 50. And then I will bring it back around
Lepiscus
here. And this is gonna be 100. And is gonna be 100. And then there's gonna be go back to 50 around there. And where did I put that?
Kandy's right of water. Lepiscus are
Okay, good. I did put that there. Anyways, this one needs to be at like 50. It's not 5. No! Alright. Now let's see again.
floating shadow of death taking shape from above.
We're going to be able to see the words
before
beforehand,
it's
but
had
that doesn't
time
matter.
to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemmians constitute commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry. Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are often...
Okay, so
Finworms
this can be 100, and then this can be 50, so that we get this.
Finworms are often exposed.
Oh, I didn't. I meant to hit that.
Finworms
100. There, now it's keyframes.
are often exposed. Like their predators, they too have a complex, energy-demanding anatomy which relies on their underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic and subterranean prey.
100.
By thrusting their cephalic...
And then 50. And we'll make this at 50. And there we have it. We are editing, chats. We are doing it. We're making it happen. Yeah, Lex, you aren't wearing any shoes at all because that's what you do. You just have stinky Pete's. Yeah, you do have them on your tail, the raccoon stripes, right? Wait, now I don't remember. I already closed Instagram. Oh well. I'm pretty sure. The Messinian salinity crisis about 5 million years ago. That's interesting. So the whole thing drained. That's so weird. That's bazinga. That's my response. Bloody pigeon. Fish. Fulcarius. Hi. Looks kind of like Mudskipper cheeks. It does indeed. That is the inspiration behind it, actually. Liam came back and listened to you, Burger King foot lettuce Lapis. Fuck yeah. Burger King foot lettuce. Fawn 3. Wow, hello, my darling little critter. Welcome to hell. we are editing our dumb little thing with a slow poke, so it's been fun. We're having a good time. We are like 8 minutes in. God, we're not gonna be able to finish this segment. I could be doing this so much faster. Anyways, like look at fucking this. My computer's gonna explode looking at this, but this is a bunch of stuff I stole from the previous episode to use again.
Giving light levels of midwater expanses
Look at all
allows
these
sparse,
fucking fade
sporadic
into each other.
vegetation. The consistent depth of these ecosystems results in extremely low species diversity and extremely high incentive to maintain that ecological dominance.
Ecological. It's too late. I can't re-record this. If I let myself re-record it, then I would just re-record the whole thing and waste a bunch of time. Trent shoelaces. Now you can trace your steps. Do 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 do. Liam, sub-sea level basins are interesting, and there's only like 2 to 3 on Earth. And that is neat. Like ascending a mountain, the air would get thicker and warmer as you descend. That's so weird. That's weird. Reality is strange. I'm getting so tired I didn't eat food yet today. Liam presumes there was a lot of examples across Earth's history, but it's the Mediterranean is the most prominent one. That would make sense. I think that would make sense. I'm definitely a geologist, and everyone should believe it what I say.
By thrusting their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe like moles or pigs of Earth, combining the senses of...
I just realized that I don't know if y'all can even hear me when I play the video, so I apologize for that.
Smell and touch like a biological metal detector.
Whoop.
Unfortunately, this behavior plumes up sediment like a homing beacon. The Lepiscus's eyes easily spot this movement, indicative of rooting finworms, and pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings. This has placed immense pressure on the finworms to be able to sense large lapis saucers before it's too late. Unfortunately, a ranged attack leaves their current strongest sense, touch, blind to distant disturbances in the water. To curb this endless slaughter, the finworms have taken up the same adaptation as...
Beep. Alright, so there's only one image, I think, of the lapis saucer doing the thing, like ejecting its oral ring, and here it is. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Yay. This image. So I'm gonna crop you. Where is the cropping button? Crop left. Okay.
Finworms, and
actually I'm gonna animate the finworm first.
Senses of smell and touch like a biological metal detector. Unfortunately, this behavior plumes up sediment.
Do 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 do. We're gonna add the opacity and shit. But yeah, when this video comes out, y'all are just gonna like be forced to remember that this is what I do when I'm editing the whole thing. Like every single time an image like fades away, know that it took me a moment. I want you to rotate, but why the fuck aren't you rotating? There. Yeah, I want it to like tilt upward as it animates, so rotation, and then I'm gonna take it from, oh god, then I'm gonna take it from here. I'm gonna go like rotation, so I'm gonna do -37, but then I'm gonna move it over to the end, -37. So now we have this like
finworms and pounce from above.
And now we're going to zoom a bit, and I'm going to have the zoom be like there, and then when it needs to zoom out, so it like gets smaller, right?
Fortunately, this behavior plumes up sediments like a...
And actually, we're also going to move the position over there. And then at the end, we're... Oh, shit. Position. Then we're going to move it over quite a bit there. That seems good. Actually, let's move it over like 200. How does that look? Yeah, that looks fine.
Fortunately, this behavior plumes up sediments like a...
Alright, now we need to add our camera shake so that we don't have to fucking mess with shit. Speed scale way down, pan amplitude. The tilt is more important. The rotation we will add like a good amount though. And now let's test what it looks like.
Fortunately, this behavior plumes up sediment like a homing beacon.
Fantastic, see magic.
Lapiscus's eyes easily spot this movement, indicative of rooting finworms, and pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings. This has placed immense pressure on the finworms to... Eyes easily spot this movement, indicative of rooting finworms, and...
Okay, now we're gonna take this.
Pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings. This is...
Okay, now we're gonna zoom the fuck in, save. Oh, it doesn't let me move up anymore, so I'm just gonna real quick just go like down. I can add more layers, but I don't want to add more layers until I need them. Okay, so I'm gonna do something silly with this. Unless it doesn't let me. Psh, okay, so those tentacles are still right there. I don't think I can do it that way. So I think I'm just gonna have this like flash over the image, right? What happens if we put a cool blend mode? We need to add our loop back though. Actually, while we're at it, I'm just gonna delete the text from a lot of this. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna link, then we're gonna unlink them, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all these, and don't crush. Crashing. Okay, we're gonna see how that goes, but in the meantime, oh, it's alive. Okay. Okay, you guys can't hear me when the video is going. That's fantastic. Just plotted in your map's Craton as well as the Cratonic platform. Awesome. Cratonic shield and greenstone belts. I don't know what some of those things are. That is really cool, though, Good Trick Thieves. I don't mean to look disappointed. I'm trying to read. Mediterranean basin has an estimate of 3 to 5 kilometer deep. Unsure how warm it would have been, but the salt would have been absolutely hurt the growth life of plants in the basin. Interesting. Extra salty, just like me. Not to mention the lack of rain, so it would presumably have just been an extremely wretched desert. Wretched is a fantastic word. Jasper is back. Hello, Jasper. Luke is here. Is that famed creator Kandy the egg? It is indeed Kandy the bitch. Who is me? Will the script go away? The script will not go away because I have the script on my other screen. Bye-bye. So, we can go ahead and use this opportunity to witness what we have.
While the shallow water saucer sea nuts are the first to evolve eyes, they're far from the last to take such revolutionary steps. With visually oriented predators on the prowl, there's immeasurable incentive to be able to perceive the foreboding shadow of death taking shape from above before it's had time to strike. Lepiscus mainly preys on soft-bodied creatures daring enough to venture into the water column. While more basal sea nuts and lutophilemmians constitute commonplace murmurations, they are mostly made of water. Lepiscus are highly active, muscular animals which require a more substantial quarry. Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are often exposed.
I didn't like that, so I'm gonna edit this and get rid of this timing, and we are going to make this one go back to normal by itself. So let's see this.
Sheetworms mostly stick to the ground and close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms close to cover, keeping them safe from the likes of Lepiscus, but finworms are often exposed. Like their predators, they too have a complex, energy-demanding anatomy which relies on their underwater flight to reach groves of fresh xanthophylls and to root for benthic and subterranean prey. By thrusting their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe like moles or pigs of Earth.
I forgot to put a keyframe in this.
Combining the senses of smell detector.
This is why we watch the video before exporting.
Prey. By thrusting their cephalic fins into the sediment, they can probe like moles or pigs of Earth, combining the senses of smell and touch like a biological metal detector. Unfortunately, this behavior plumes up sediment.
I'm gonna move it over instead, so we're gonna go 100 there.
Unfortunately, this behavior.
So right here we need 100 and then 0.
Unfortunately, this behavior plumes up sediment like a homing beacon. The Lepiscus's eyes easily spot this movement, indicative of rooting finworms, and pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings.
I kind of like how that just like materialized really fast.
Pounce from easily spot this movement, indicative of rooting finworms, and pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings. This has placed immense pressure on the fin.
Let's see how the blend modes look. The color one looks interesting, I must say. I think we're gonna go for color.
Finworms and pounce from above by ejecting their oral rings. This has placed immense pressure on the finworms to be able to sense large lapis saucers before it's too late. Unfortunately, a ranged attack leaves their current strongest sense, touch, blind to distant disturbances in the water. To curb this endless slaughter, the finworms have taken up the same adaptation as their ferocious sea nut adversaries: cup eyes. While very sensitive to...
Alright, we're about to reveal the first new image from this episode. Oh my god, only 8, almost 9 minutes in. Oh my gosh. I'm getting antsy, as y'all can tell. Stream's gonna end pretty soon, but not yet. I gotta read the stuff. Goodrick, these things, there may have been some salty lakes in the deepest parts of the Mediterranean basin. Huh. Shadowclaw test. Yeah. Yeah. I think the Nile would have flown into one, and presumably it would have been fresh water until its delta, so around the river should have been some vegetation. Interesting. Y'all are talking way above me with this geology stuff. I appreciate it though, this is neat. Oral ring jump scare, oral ring jump scare. Spoken Claw, I'm sure it's been said, but when can we expect it to come out? So I just got a new job. I have a full-time job now. So not for a while, unfortunately. But I am going to be setting aside multiple hours on every one of my days off to work on it. So I'm going to try my best to get it out. But it has taken a couple hours. How long have we been streaming? 3 hours? It's like at least 5 minutes per 3 hours, and this is probably going to end up being 2 hours long. So that's fun. Oh boy. Like, look how much. Just look how much editing goes into it, and all of these have like effects and shit. Takes a million years. This is all the audio I've edited, by the way, is this far. 15 minutes of audio. And then this is just like the first part of that. Goodness, I really have to use the restroom. But guess what, chat? Oh wait, let me try that again. Guess what, chat? We're gonna put in the new image. God damn, we are going to include this image if it is the last thing I do. Yes, this one. And this is one of the creatures which has multiple renders, so I need to get those out preemptively. What's this one? Oh, it's from behind. But whole eye. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just look at all the renders of this thing. Whoa, whoa, wow, wow, whoa. It's got such stupid eyes. This is just a black dot. This is not very well made. Like, look at this. Ooh, we get ooh, not very good. But we're just gonna pretend it's not like that. These striations are accidental, but it looks cool, so I kept it. I say as though I didn't keep the other accidents that just still look like that. Here it is, like, sniffing you. Here it is underside. Here it is on top. Here it is with dramatic lighting. Here it is with side lighting. This one shows the depth the best. Like, this looks more realistic, but this one shows the depth. I like this design. It's fucking weird. I talk about it later in the video, but, like, this is their head. Their head is this. And the eyes are just back here. And that's neat. I think that's neat. I had this idea to have a creature with, like, the eyes in the middle of it. It was going to be an arthropodoid thing, but I kind of scrapped the idea partially of an arthropodoid creature. But we're going to see the arthropodoid creatures later, but just not this kind. Its fucking eyes look funny. And the dramatic lighting version, and then the main image. Wow. Hell yeah, either way, you're really excited, and obviously take all the time you need. Oh, thank you. It will. I am sacrificing including some animations that would have been cool to make this come out, because I have been spending way too much time on it. It has wasted so much time doing parts that do not matter. That I just need to get it out. And I'm very excited to have everyone be forced to look at it. Liam also learned a bit about the Carboniferous, the actually kind of cold age of amphibians and amphibian-like beasts. Amphibians. Sniffer. Are you a fart sniffer or a smart fella? Oof. Massive ice sheets at the South Pole, large cold temperature regions with very, very thin region of tropical forest in the Carboniferous system for. That's interesting. That's neat. Everybody kind of totes it as like the age of the insects or the arthropods or whatever, but there are very few insects, even now, that can tolerate freezing, like below freezing temperatures. That's neat. There's also very few insects that can tolerate salt water, but they do exist because, of course, they fucking do. Liam, fry that fish in oil. Now, you could hypothetically, but it has little calcium scales in its skin, basically, that root like its little muscles. So you'd have to, like, eat it like a watermelon. Like, you'd spit the seeds out. But, like, hypothetically, right? Like, it looks tasty. The late Paleozoic ice house is pretty underrated. The late Paleozoic ice house. The Irati Whitehill Sea is pretty cool. So are mesosaurs. What's a mesosaur? Oh fuck, what is that? That's a weird looking thing. I mean, it's not that weird. Like, it's kind of what you would expect a tetrapod to look like, but... Oh, it is cute size. They're parareptiles. Interesting. That's so neat. It looks so much like a pterosaur in the front end. This is so me. This is so me, you guys. This is how I feel. Oh my god, I can't pretend to cry without actually crying. No, I just am actually crying. I'm such a loser. Restoration, critter. It's neat. So anyways. There are even spiders that hunt underwater. That's true. The diving bell spiders are so interesting. There's some species of spider that lives right outside of my house, my parents' pool. The spiders walk on the top of the water, and they sort of eat the insects that are waterlogged. It's really cool. They're like black and velvety looking. Liam, if they're in salt water, they're not an insect, they're a crustacean. Except for like those couple water striders that persist in the fucking ocean anyways. One time I was doing paddleboarding and I saw a dragonfly and it was so lost. It was in the fucking ocean. It couldn't find a way out. Because insects, their eyes, their ommatidia, only let them see so much detail when it gets far away. So from the dragonfly's perspective, it was just in a fucking void. Just not knowing how to get back to anything that it can actually see. And that made me sad because I couldn't get the dragonfly to like follow me or anything. It was just like, oh, fuck that. That's not a perch. That's some random creature. Oh, yeah, no, that's a mosasaur. Mesosaur. I'm trying to like enunciate them so they don't sound the same. Oh, looks, you have those kinds of spiders. They're cutie pies, though. You can just pick them up. You can just... I pick up fucking spiders and shit, guys. One time I found a centipede, and I just picked it up. It was on Halloween last year. There was just a centipede on the ground, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm full Aridin Empora cosplay. Just fuck yeah, centipede. I played with it for a little bit. And then I sent it on its way. One time when I was out with Lux, there was a spider that was doing the parachuting behavior, where they send out like a line of silk and they start like flying away. It was just gently gliding down, and I just went, "Oh, look, a spider!" Whoop. I walked around with it for a little bit. Since when did YouTube add these crowns to commentators? I don't know. It was kind of recent, I feel like. At least I didn't notice it until recently. Um, it's neat. It's based on who comments the most, I think. It's probably Misosar. Misosar. Boop, boop, boop. Slowpoke is dancing. I am distracted. Oh yeah, you do have a picture of that. That's true. One time there was a black widow spider and I needed to relocate it so that my father didn't kill it. It's really pretty black widow spider. And all I had was a crowbar, like that was like this long. So I was just walking around going like doot doot doot, and the spider going doot 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 doot, with a black widow spider for a couple minutes as I walked it out to the sewer to put it in there because that's where they like to be. It was inside of a tire, by the way. They're not supposed to be in there. Don't flip over tires that have been outside for a while with your bare hands. That's where the black widows like to nest. Catch the spider on your tongue. It's snowing. Just fucking eat it like a monkey. So YouTube is calling out the yappers. I suppose that's exactly what's happening. Number 3. Can you search up that one frog you mentioned on another stream that had external ears? Oh yeah, there is a frog that has external ears. Let me see if I can find that. Boop. Where are you? Where are you? I think it's called the eared frog. I don't think it was this one. What? This is a shitty Photoshop. There's other frogs that have like the little flange. I have a picture of it on my phone somewhere, but I don't know which one it was. I found it, if you want to like reverse engineer it, I found it because of CM Kolsman's Every Frog video. I would definitely suggest watching CM Kolsman's fucking Every Frog and Every Snake and Every Whale videos or whatever other things he made. He's a very funny person. He's a very good demonstration, to be honest. Do 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 do. What if I type in frog pinay? I can't get it to come up. But that is where I found it from. CM Kolsman's Every Frog. Let me go to YouTube real quick. No. YouTube. CM Kolsman Every Frog. That's right, I type like this. No one's gonna stop me. These videos. Parts 1 through 7. One of them has the frog. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oreo bike, guys. Why does that look like it's stolen artwork from Happy Wheels? Oh my gosh. Hey look, notifications. What is this for? Humans be gone. I like Humans Be Gone. Everyone should watch their thing. Humans Be Gone is cool. Humans Be Gone is good. Nautilus. Hey, Goodrick These, you're up there. How do I point at this? You're over there. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the fucking thing that we've been doing this whole time. This thing. This thing that we're doing. I genuinely, I am too antsy. I think I need to be done for now. So I'm going to take Slowpoke and move it over here. Rotating Slowpoke, rotating Slowpoke. Anyways. I think it's time to go. So, everybody get out your last little hurrahs while I save again repeatedly. Goodrick, these, you think there was a recent paper describing specimens that suggest it could grow much bigger than previously thought, but you can't find it. Is that about the frog? It's about something. Misasar, middle lizard. Did you get paid for doing? Do you get paid for doing streams? I do, because there's little ads. It's normally like 50 cents or $1, but I put them up as videos afterward, and then sometimes there's other shit. YouTube is very convenient. It also doesn't make any sense. Hopefully there's not too many ads. There's one time I think I clicked the wrong button and there was an ad like every like minute. It was something fucking ridiculous. The Permian was also home to sponge reefs, based sponge reefs. That's definitely something that I do want to include in the Lapis Exobiology Project, is that reefs keep existing and then being replaced by other groups of animals. Like, I forget when it was, but there was like these weird flat, like razor-shaped clams that were reef builders at one time, and I don't remember when that was, but there's so many things that made reefs, and they filled that same niche, and then they keep going extinct because it's like kind of a shit niche to have. Oh no, the water's too deep, time to die. Trying to find some cool amphibian-like beast with a gar-like snout. There's like the marine temnospondyls that technically look like that. That's the best bet I have. I'm not very good at amphibian type things. Goodrick, these, the Permian was also home to sponge reefs. Wait, I just read that, didn't I? Oh, I'm confusing myself. Does look like Happy Wheels Bloody Pigeon. Thank you. Bye-bye, Stinky Small. I'm about to start texting you again. Bloody Pigeon, you've gotten 3 ads so far. That's not too many. You've been here for a good amount of time. Prionosuchus. The big boy. God damn, this is the big boy. I turned into fucking meat canyon. God damn. Anyways. I am so tired. I've done so much physical exercise in this last week from new job, and I'm so exhausted. I was so awake, now I'm so tired. What is happening? Apparently there was an ice age that occurred during the deposition of the Cleveland Shale, which preserves Dunkleosteus. Huh. That's interesting. Anyways, bye, chaps and cherubs. Goodbye, my darling angels. But specifically the cherub kind, where you're all little babies with wings. It's a very important aspect. Alright. But no, seriously, this is the last bit. So next time I stream, I might be doing something the fuck else. Might be doing cartoons or playing Path Titan or something. I don't know. But it's been nice hanging out. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Listen to Feminem. if you want to hear the kind of shit that I listen to when making this stuff normally. Other than that, this has been Candy Eggs. Thank you very much for sound effects on the radio. This has been Candy Eggs. Thank you very much for participating in our viewership. We are greatly appreciating. Yeah. Alright, bye-bye. I'm ending it for real now. I just gotta... I want to itch my face so fucking bad. So bad. Electrolysis is pain. Electrolysis is fucking pain. Alright, bye-bye. Wait, I had the replay buffer on this entire time. No wonder the stream was struggling.